Be mindful of your self-talk. It's a conversation with the universe. David James Lees. Welcome to Self-Talk. I'm Rachel Astarte. Thank you for being here. As we continue on the theme of building our foundation of self, we're going to talk today about one of the issues that comes up for so many of us at one point or another: negative self-talk. It's that restricting voice that says you're not good enough, you'll never get it right, why even try? We'll cut right to the chase. That voice is not yours. It's the ghostly echo of the messages we received as children, whether from parents, caregivers, family members, teachers, spiritual leaders, or even other children. So today we're going to focus on sifting through all that past stuff to remember who it is that's really speaking and what voice to listen to instead. Let's start with some truth. Negative self-talk is learned. We are not born thinking that we aren't worthy. That has to be taught. Over time, we absorb messages from caregivers and our culture and peers and painful experiences. These messages create an internal narrative that feels real because it's familiar, it's comfortable to us. But just because it's familiar doesn't mean it's true. Remember that even the most self-critical thoughts began as a misguided attempt to protect us. That inner critic isn't bad. It's scared. It's a part of us that's scared, and it's trying to keep us safe. That happens often by trying to make us small. So instead of pushing it away, we bring it closer. We meet it with curiosity and compassion. And there's a simple way to do that. So grab your favorite notebook and your favorite pen, and let's get started. We'll start with step 1, awareness without judgment. As we've discussed in previous episodes, non-judgment is the lifeblood of foundation of self work. And awareness is the first manifestation of this work. It's the first tool we apply to our inner investigations. So we begin by noticing, becoming aware of the voice. That's it. Just take note of how you speak to yourself. So maybe that voice is saying, I'm such a mess, I'm stupid, I'm always behind. Whatever it is, pause and say to yourself, okay, I notice the voice of not enough is speaking. That alone shifts us from being the voice to witnessing it. And that is a very, very powerful thing. So that's step 1. Step 2, identify the source. Ask yourself, who does this sound like? At first, you might think it sounds like you because it's in the echo sound of your voice, but the truth is, it is not you. It's a learned phrase. It's a learned thought. So where is that coming from? Is it your mother's voice? Is it a strict teacher? A younger version of you trying to survive? It's not who you are now, so who is it? Often these voices are borrowed. They're echoes of somebody else's fear. Remember, if someone is projecting their fear onto you, it has nothing to do with you. If you're told growing up that you're ugly, that's not because you're ugly. It's because the person who is saying it feels ugly themselves and feels insecure and needs to make you small. So these are echoes of somebody else's fear. And recognizing that makes the space for you to make a choice about whether or not to listen to this voice. Step 3, call in the foundation of self. So you can do this very simply. Rub your hands together. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Just take a slow breath, long, slow, and deep breath. And imagine that you're inviting your highest self forward. Let's take a moment to talk about the highest self, what that is. First of all, the highest self is not separate from you. It is you. The highest self is that wise, loving, grounded presence within you. It's always been there. And although we call this entity the highest self, it's not born of your individual self at all. It's actually an iteration of collective consciousness, as you are. So it's your through line to collective consciousness. So when we say it's always been there, what we mean is that it has always been, right? It is part of the eternal, as are you. You come from pure consciousness itself. We all do. So do the trees and the animals and the insects and rocks and rivers. You are a spark of the universe. You carry within you the eternal great mind of creation. The highest self, then, is your true self, your true voice, unfettered by mundane narratives, these stories that you've told yourself or that others have told you about who you are. Your highest self is eternally rooted to pure consciousness. That's the through line. And you hear that voice all the time. It's often just a quiet knowing. Or it may be the voice that told you to listen to this podcast or urged you to get therapy. Or as you were sitting peacefully in the woods, that voice told you, this is good, do more of this. So, as you revise your self-talk, let the voice of your highest self take the lead. Hi, it's Rachel here. If you'd like to dive deeper into self-development, but you're looking for an alternative to traditional talk therapy, maybe you want to eliminate self-doubt and begin to live your true calling in this life. Maybe you're looking for community and connection. Then the Write Yourself Open program may be perfect for you. For a full year, we meet bi-weekly for guided meditation, reflective journaling, and group discussion. This isn't just another personal development course. Write Yourself Open combines the best of individual therapy, group therapy, creative arts, and spiritual practice. You'll have access to a private podcast of all the guided meditations so you can work with them whenever you want. You'll also get monthly one-on-one sessions with me for personal support, not to mention that community of like minds. Those aren't actually all the perks you get, so visit writeyourselfopen.com to learn more and to register. Join anytime. You don't have to have any previous meditation or writing experience. That's writeyourselfopen.com. Now, back to the episode. Step 4. Rewrite the script. From this anchored place, revisit the original negative thought. Then ask, what would my highest self say instead? So instead of, I'm a failure, you could try, no one's a failure until you give up. You're human, you're learning, and I love you. Instead of, nothing ever works out for me, you could try, not everything has worked out in the past, but you're still here and you're growing. These aren't affirmations, by the way. I want to make that very clear. These are not affirmations. Sometimes when we hear affirmations, they just don't ring true. I love myself, but if you don't love yourself in that moment, that's going to seem false. What these phrases are validations. We are recalibrating the voice of the wounded self so that it becomes supportive. Note, we are not pushing it away. We are changing it. We're transforming it. We choose the voice of truth, not fear. This is the voice of your highest self, or your capital S self, which we've talked about in the past. Why does the highest self matter? Because The voice you listen to the most becomes the story you live inside. Many of you know the Cherokee tale of the two wolves. Here it is as shared by Lakota Circles of Hope. A grandfather from the Cherokee Nation was talking with his grandson. "A fight is going on inside me," he said to the boy. "It is a terrible fight, and it is between two wolves. One wolf is evil and ugly. He is anger, envy, war, greed, self-pity, sorrow, regret, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, selfishness, and arrogance. The other wolf is beautiful and good. He is friendly, joyful, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, justice, fairness, empathy, generosity, true, compassion, gratitude, and deep vision. This same fight is going on inside you and inside every other human as well." The grandson paused in deep reflection because of what his grandfather had just said. Then finally he cried out, "Oi, grandfather, which wolf will win?" The elder Cherokee replied, "The wolf that you feed." The more we practice hearing and trusting our truest self, the more we respond from love instead of reacting from fear. That's feeding the good wolf. It changes how we relate not only to ourselves, but to others and to the world. You don't need to get rid of the inner critic. You just need to stop mistaking it for you. The you are is much bigger than that. Much wiser. It's the one who's just now saying, "Yeah, that sounds right." It's your highest self, your true self. That's the voice to listen to. And that's it for today. I'm off for my birthday month of August. I invite you to use this time to be with and listen, truly listen to your highest self. You may wish to pop over to my Substack, which also has all of these Foundation of Self podcasts with audio, text, and lovely visuals. And there are also extra exercises for each topic. The Substack is called Foundation of Self, and you can find it at rachelastarte.substack.com. And if you're interested in a 3-month paid subscription for free, just visit the same address, rachelastarte.substack.com/self-talk. The paid subscription has a lot of perks, including more personal and intimate posts about my life and my personal journey to self, guided meditations from my private podcast, which is based on my ongoing workshop, Write Yourself Open, and more opportunities to work together privately if you're interested in that. I will add all these links to the show notes. Until next time, be gentle with yourself. Hi, this is Rachel Astarte from the Self-Talk Podcast. I'd love for you to send me your emails with questions or stories about yourself. What are you looking for? What are your questions? What are you grappling with in your own personal life that has to do with your identity, with yourself, with your very existence? These are the things that we're going to talk about during the podcast. And go ahead. It's all right. Get deep. I can handle it. So send them to Rachel@selftalkpodcast.com, and I'll see you on the next episode.